Greetings. This is going to be a quick overview of the text that we need for our class this semester. So, English C1003. You'll notice that in some of the videos, I might still call it English 1B. The switchover was recent, and some of those videos are perfectly fine, except for I call it 1B. So, I'm not going to want to record everything all over again. However, I do have new texts. So if any of you have taken me in previous semesters, this might be different than different selection of text than what you had previously. So I provide all of you guys, before the semester even starts, I send you a poetry selections packet. And it's just like a 40-page PDF Word doc with a whole bunch of poems in it from a whole bunch of authors. No, you don't have to read every one of them. Yes, you should read most of them. And that's for essay one. The idea is a lot of students, their financial aid doesn't kick in or whatever. And this is a way for me to get you reading right away, possibly before the semester starts. But also, you don't have to buy a book for the first essay. And that's good, right? It keeps the cost down a little bit. However, every other essay, essay two, essay three, and essay four, you have to buy something and sometimes multiple somethings. Okay. So, this book, Being Logical, this is the official version, printed copy, whatever. There is a PDF that is on our Canvas class shell that is in the welcome start here on day one module. So you can look in that to find that book. Don't have to buy it. It's like $15, but you don't have to buy it. It's going to be what we're going to use for a lot of the critical thinking and logic, reasoning, understanding what skepticism is and things like this over the course of the semester, particularly for essay two. Speaking of essay two, you need to buy Welcome to the Monkey House, which is the name of a short story collection, also a short story. There's a short story in here called Welcome to the Monkey House by Kurt Vonnegut. You need to buy this or find an official copy. To be clear, I don't allow illegal PDFs. I don't allow unofficial copies, but you can rent this. You can buy this. You can check it out from local libraries. There are some internet ebook libraries that have this in full. It doesn't have to be this exact cover and everything like that. It has a variety of different colors. But what you want to know is it's by Kurt Vonnegut and it's called the Welcome to the Monkey House short story collection. If you find that, you are golden. We're only reading 5 stories in this thing. We're not reading this whole big book, so don't panic on that. We're reading 5 stories. For essay 2, you will write on 1 of those 5 stories. You will take quizzes on at least 3 of those 5 stories. So I know that you've read a few to make the decision on which one you are going to analyze. So again, essay 2, you need this one. For essay 3, this is where the bulk of our textbook cost is going to be. Excuse me. But not a huge cost. So we are going to have 3 works available for essay 3. You have to have 2 of them. Okay. So you could have Liberation by Beth Wall. Okay. Very new, right? Came out in 2025. Won the Pulitzer Prize, won a Tony Award. It's a great play. It's a fun play. Not too hard to read. It's less than 100 pages, right? Doable. So you need this. There's really only one version of this out there. I don't know that you'll be able to find an ebook version. It probably is one available. It's not expensive. It's like 15, 20 bucks, I think. If you can buy it used, great. But this is one of the 3 that you can buy or rent. You don't have to. Okay. Second one, Dog Eaters, a play by Jessica Hagedorn. She also wrote a novel on this with this same title. We are not reading the novel. The novel is 300 pages. This one's like 120. And it's 120 with a bunch of pages where there's a lot of margin, a lot of dialogue. So this is the one we're reading. If you write on the novel, you're going to get an F on essay 3. Do not do it. If you try to find quotes online without reading the book that you will then use in your essay, odds are they're going to be from the novel. I will figure that out. It is not difficult for me to figure that out. If you do that, you are getting an F on essay 3. So you are reading the play. Everybody clear on that? We're reading the play. Okay. So we've got Liberation, Dog Eaters. The third text is V for Vendetta, the movie, not the graphic novel. I got the graphic novel. So here's the graphic novel. We ain't reading it. Okay. We're watching the movie. This is the one with Natalie Portman, Hugo Weaving, Stephen Fry, just a whole bunch of great actors. It's a well done movie, very different from the graphic novel. So if you want to use the graphic novel instead of watching the movie, you can't. Different dialogue, different plot points, different outcomes. It's a radically different work. So we have Liberation, Dog Eaters, the V for Vendetta 2006 film. Okay. You have to write on, for essay 3, 2 of those works. So you can look over all 3 and say, you know what, I'm definitely doing the movie because I'd rather watch a movie than read a book. Great. Then look at Dog Eaters, read about it. Okay. Read about it before you read it. Read about Liberation before you read it. And then decide which one of those am I going to buy. You have to buy, of those 3, you need to buy 2 of them. You need to have access to 2 of them. Notice I say buy. So for the movie, don't rent it. If you rent it, it's $4, but you get it for 2 days. But you're working on the assignment for significantly more than 2 days. So there's a high probability you will need access to that film well beyond that 48-hour window that you have from when you first start watching the movie till when your rental ends. It's going to be like $4 to rent it. It's going to be like $15 to buy it and have it full access for however many days or weeks that you need it. Strongly recommend you do that. In theory, you could rent it and then rent it again, but now you've basically paid for half the movie. So strongly recommend you just buy it outright, Amazon, Apple, whatever, right? You might even be able to find a pirated copy. That's between you and your conscience. You might even be able to find that it's available free for streaming on one of the services that you or your family subscribes to. Great. But you do need to have good access to the film. Okay, so essay 1, poetry packet. Essay 2, Kurt Vonnegut. Essay 3, movie, 2 possible plays. You're choosing 2 of those 3. For essay 4, autobiography of an ex-colored man. This version doesn't have to look exactly like this. The Dover Thrift Edition, new. It's like $5, right? It's cheap. You should also be able to find versions of this that are scanned versions of the actual novel, not some fake PDF. That might be something that's worth quoting. If it's something that's like in HTML on some random website, not going to work. You don't know that is an official, accurate copy. If you find something that has the actual pages that have been scanned, there's a high probability that it's correct. Okay. You can also check this out from local libraries. RCC's library probably has a copy or 2. This is one of the things that you need for essay 4. The other work that you're going to use for essay 4 is one that you find. Let that sink in. I don't give it to you, but you need a second novel, well, not novel, but like graphic novel, movie, video game, record album, like people have done like Kendrick Lamar or whatever. Like you're going to need a second work, right? With substance, weight, worthy of your analysis that you compare with this. Okay. So yes, there is some stuff that I give you, the being logical and the poetry packet. I'm helping you out a little bit. Yes, some of these things that you can get them for considerably cheaper through libraries, the Internet Archive, things like that. Yes, some of these things you're simply going to have to buy. Okay. I've done my best to keep the cost low. You should be able to get through all of these for less than $50. Okay. So hopefully that's something that is doable. Do not expect me to give you anything after essay 1. I don't. I have a whole bunch of students who don't pay attention, and SA3's coming around and are like, hey, where are those plays that you want us to read? And I'm like, I gave you the names, I gave you the ISBNs, I gave you the authors. You need to go buy them. So it is on you. Please make sure that you know that. Okay. All right. I want to wrap the video up. Hopefully this was helpful. If not, I tried. Take care.